It was a quiet morning outside a small church when someone heard faint cries coming from a bush. Beneath the branches lay a tiny kitten, no more than 3 weeks old, trembling and weak. Her eyes were glued shut from infection, her body covered in fleas. Alone and fragile, she was losing the fight for survival. When Paula Montgomery, a foster volunteer with the Animal Welfare League of Arlington, got the call, she knew this was a life-or-death situation. "I'll take her," Paula said without hesitation, her voice filled with determination. When Paula saw the kitten for the first time, her heart sank. The little one was anemic from the flea infestation, her small frame barely holding on. Paula named her Grace, a symbol of hope and resilience. Back home, the first step was giving Grace a warm bath. As Paula gently washed her, the water turned dark from the fleas, but Grace didn't resist. It was as though she knew she was finally in safe hands. Once clean, Paula wrapped Grace in a soft towel and placed her in an incubator lined with cozy blankets and a heating pad. For the first time, Grace could rest. Paula later said she was so exhausted that she fell asleep before her tiny head even hit the pillow. The road to recovery wasn't easy. Paula fed Grace every 3 hours, day and night. Each feeding brought back a little more strength, and soon, Grace's tiny body started showing signs of life. Her appetite grew, her eyes healed, and her kitten energy began to shine. Grace was thriving, but her journey wasn't over. What she truly needed now wasn't just food or care. It was love. At the same time, Paula was fostering another rescue, a playful puppy named Ralphie. With his floppy ears and curious eyes, Ralphie had his own story of hardship. But when he heard the soft meows coming from the incubator, something stirred in him. One day, Paula decided it was time for them to meet. She placed Grace in a basket and brought her into the room where Ralphie was playing. The moment their eyes met, it was magic. Despite being much larger, Ralphie approached Grace with the gentleness of an older sibling. He sniffed her cautiously before giving her a soft nudge with his nose. Grace, still unsteady on her feet, wobbled toward him and leaned into his warmth. From that moment, they were inseparable. Ralphie would groom Grace, licking her tiny face as if to say, "You're safe now." Grace, full of newfound confidence, started to show her playful side, pouncing on Ralphie's paws and nibbling his ears. Paula watched in awe as these two rescues, both from such different backgrounds, became each other's lifeline. Ralphie, though just a puppy himself, seemed to understand Grace's fragility. He was patient, letting her climb over him, steal his toys, and even fall asleep nestled against his side. And Grace? She gave Ralphie the companionship he didn't know he was missing. She turned his playful energy into purpose, and in return, he became her protector and her playmate. Their days were filled with moments that melted hearts. They would chase each other around the living room, Grace's tiny squeaks echoing with joy. When it was time to rest, they'd curl up together, Grace's small frame tucked under Ralphie's chin. "She may be small," Paula said, "but what she lacks in size, she makes up for in sass." Grace loved to show off her courage, pouncing on Ralphie when he least expected it or swatting at his wagging tail. And Ralphie? He adored every second of it, his wagging tail a constant reminder of the happiness Grace brought into his life. This unlikely duo became more than just a pair of foster siblings. They became family. Ralphie gave Grace the love and security she had never known, while Grace gave Ralphie a sense of purpose and joy. Together, they proved that love isn't about where you come from. It's about who stands by your side. If this story of Grace and Ralphie touched your heart, imagine how many more animals are out there waiting for their second chance. Don't forget to subscribe for more heartwarming tales of resilience, friendship, and the power of love.